The real reason why avoidant can't let go of super empath, even after they leave. Have you ever noticed that even after a breakup, an avoidant partner just can't seem to let go? They might act distant, cold, or even indifferent while in the relationship, but once it's over, something strange happens. They can't stop thinking about you. And if you're a super empath, this effect is even more intense. At first glance, it seems paradoxical. Why would someone who constantly needs space, who prides themselves on independence, suddenly become emotionally entangled after you leave? The answer isn't as simple as love, regret, or attachment. It's deeper, subtler, and much more psychological. Avoidants are wired to protect their autonomy above all else. They fear engulfment, emotional intensity, and the vulnerability that comes with closeness. But a super empath doesn't just show love. They mirror, validate, and absorb emotions in a way that touches the avoidant's hidden self. This is critical. While avoidants appear detached, they are actually tracking every emotional nuance you give off. They feel you in a way they often can't articulate. When you leave, they are confronted with an absence of the very energy that subtly anchored them for months or even years. It's not just that they miss you, it's that they miss the mirror you provided. They miss the sense of being truly seen, understood, and yet simultaneously challenged emotionally without the risk of losing themselves. This is why avoidants can't let go. They crave the equilibrium you unintentionally created. Super empaths are like emotional magnets. They pull out the avoidant's buried vulnerabilities and unprocessed feelings, but in a way that doesn't demand full surrender. This creates a paradoxical pull. The avoidant desperately seeks freedom, yet finds themselves tethered to the emotional clarity you brought. And here's where most people get confused. They assume the avoidant is simply manipulative or emotionally immature. The truth is more layered. Avoidants aren't avoiding people. They're avoiding feeling unsafe emotionally. When you leave, the safety net of predictability, subtle acceptance, and emotional resonance disappears. And suddenly their mind starts replaying every moment, analyzing every word, and imagining every possible scenario in which they could reclaim that unique sense of connection. Even if they never express it, the avoidance subconscious is flooded with a longing they rarely understand themselves. But there's more. Super empaths do something extraordinary. They teach avoidants how to feel without pressure. You don't cling, you don't chase, you don't demand. You create space while simultaneously providing subtle emotional gravity. And when that's gone, the avoidant experiences a vacuum they can't fill with anyone else. They realize, often too late, that their freedom doesn't just mean autonomy, it also means missing out on the rare energy of someone who truly sees them. Unlike other partners who might idolize them or push for attachment, the super empath balances presence and detachment in a way that confuses the avoidant, even after the relationship ends. Their ego tells them they should be fine. They left, they're free, but their inner world screams in contradiction. That is the real reason why avoidance can't let go. It's not about you personally, it's about the emotional ecosystem you created, the rare combination of boundaries, empathy, and authenticity that they can't replicate anywhere else. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Avoidants often attempt to rationalize this attachment through logic or mental narratives. They tell themselves they're fine, that they didn't care, that they have no interest in reconnecting, but their behavior often betrays the truth. They check your social media, revisit memories, or even reach out indirectly, all without admitting that internally they are struggling with a loss they can't process. And the intensity is proportional to your super empath abilities. The more emotionally attuned, grounded, and non-reactive you were, the stronger the imprint. That's why avoidants sometimes circle back after months or even years, even if their pride, fear, or lifestyle seems incompatible with reconciliation. They are unconsciously seeking the rare resonance they once had with you, a resonance they mistook for weakness, but was actually one of your greatest strengths. But here's an important point. Just because an avoidant can't let go doesn't mean reconciliation is healthy or even possible. Often, the avoidance attachment after departure is more about their internal struggle than about genuine love or commitment. They are drawn to the emotional clarity, safety, and grounding you provided, but they still resist intimacy in its natural present form. This means that if you were to return, old patterns often resurface unless deep inner work has been done on both sides. For super empaths, the challenge is recognizing this difference. Their presence has an impact, but it is not a guarantee of emotional reciprocity. This awareness is critical to reclaiming power and protecting your own emotional well-being. Understanding the avoidance psyche doesn't have to lead to chasing or pleading. It leads to insight, liberation, and clarity. You see why leaving without fighting, without trying to prove your worth, often hits hardest? Because it forces the avoidant to confront the emotional reality they've been avoiding all along. It's the ultimate mirror, a reflection of what they feel but can't express, the echo of your presence that lingers far longer than any argument, any plea, or any attempt to tether them during the relationship. Ultimately, the can't let go phenomenon is a testament to the paradox of the avoidant super empath dynamic. The avoidant fears intimacy, but craves it at a subconscious level. The super empath provides it without suffocating, without controlling, without compromise of self. And when that dynamic disappears, the avoidant is left with a void that no other relationship, no other connection can fill quite the same way. This is why they think about you, dream about you, and sometimes, even if they never admit it, carry your energy for years. The lesson here is powerful for super empaths. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a force. And for avoidance, the lesson is equally profound, though often unconscious. They may never fully understand it, but the imprint of genuine, balanced, and non-attached emotional presence is something they can never truly erase. So if you're watching this and wondering why your avoidant ex can't move on, now you know the truth. It's not about manipulation, obsession, or nostalgia. It's about the rare, almost magnetic pull that super empaths create, a combination of emotional clarity, empathy, and non-possessiveness that the avoidant can't replicate or replace. And the best part? This insight gives you freedom. It lets you understand the dynamic, honor your own growth, and step away with dignity. Because in the end, leaving isn't just about ending a relationship. It's about sending the loudest, most transformative message an avoidant can hear. That you see them, you honor yourself, and your worth is never negotiable. If you found this video eye-opening, remember, understanding the avoidant mind isn't about chasing, it's about clarity, seeing the truth, respecting yourself, and honoring your own growth. Being a super empath is a gift, and your energy leaves an impact that can't be erased. So step into your power, embrace your boundaries, and know that leaving with dignity sends a louder message than any argument ever could. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep insights into relationships and psychology, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.